Idaho. Pretty smoky out here this morning. Gonna go pick up Casey and hopefully we can go get some elk in a couple days. The trailhead after a full day driving. It's pretty smoky coming through because all the recent forest fires all over the northwest. So we were kind of wondering how clear it was going to be up here, but it looks like it's clearing up quite a bit. Then we had a nice little dusty quad ride up to the trailhead, and now we got about a 7-mile hike till we get to camp. So I'm really excited to get up there and see what this area looks like. To our elk camp. I spotted this bear. He's close. Jeremy's trying to decide what to do. He looks pretty small. Little dude. Measure him in your reticle. So how far away is he? Right?
375.
How many minutes does he take up?
10.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's a 3-foot bear.
Yeah, he's tiny.
Just probably just on his own. I think we're gonna pass on him. Unless Jeremy gets froggy. Sure, Jeremy put the stock down a grouse with his camera. I wasn't thinking and didn't pack enough meals, so it's good to know there's a few of these up here. Go until he flushes, Jeremy.
Well, now we know I wasn't flying away.
So this is like this spot is more of a glassing spot with the smoke. We're gonna hike the glassing ridge and see if we can get a bull to answer us. If not, we might be bailing and heading to the spot from last year where it's more like close quarters hunting, where you're calling them all into you in like the thick jack pines. We're gonna walk all the way to Glassing Knob though and see if we do get some visibility. But basically, if we don't see an elk or hear an elk today, we might be getting out of here tonight. So, fingers crossed.
You're good.
That was a bad one.
They don't know the difference, Casey. The smoke rolled in, it's a lot thicker. That's kind of what we're looking at. Pretty hard to see much of anything down there.
Should we sit here and pick this apart? With glass.
Maybe.
There's definitely a bull chuckling over there. He was just doing just a chuckle. It was very faint, like he's in that timber. Alright, we just got our first answer. There's a bull chuckling across the canyon. It was super faint. So we're going to sit down and try to pick the canyon apart real quick, see if we can lay eyes on them before we head past to the main glassing point. There's the smoke's just thin enough to where we could hopefully see them over there. But it sounded like it came from the only big stand of timber out there. So hopefully we can find them. Things are starting to look a little up. It's pretty hard to see. But that's a white-tailed doe at 7,000 feet. It's crazy where you find some of these things.
We've been up at this glassy point, kind of the one that we'd planned to sit on and look for elk for most of the trip. And we've been up, I don't know, we've been up here maybe 30 minutes or so. But second day of scouting. It's a little bit clearer than it was yesterday. Yesterday, like the whole valley down below me was just, excuse me, so full of smoke you couldn't see anything. And now, slight visibility. It's still pretty far to see. It's a couple miles across the canyon, and we know there's some elk over there. But it's kind of hard to make a move when you're not able to see anything, because they could have moved out or jumped over to the ridge, you know. There's so many possibilities. But the ridge that we're on, Casey bugled this morning and we got a slight chuckle back. So, I mean, there's potential that there's some elk around here. Not really a lot of fresh signs, so it's a little discouraging. And then, like I said, with the lack of visibility, it's pretty difficult because you can't even really sit in glass very much. I mean, you get like tiny little windows, and they're usually not at the right times. But you're kind of just hoping, you know, you hear one bugle back or you get close enough to them where you'll be able to see them. I want to say the plan for the day.
Huh?
I want to say the plan for the day. What are you drinking your coffee?
Warm up by hiking. It's probably like 3:15 in the morning. We're gonna hike to the canyon where we had a bull answer yesterday and try to be there before daylight. It's about 2 miles away, and yeah, hopefully we can get him to sound off. If not, we're gonna run all the ridges off of this main finger and see if we can find some that way. If that doesn't work, we're going to plan B tomorrow.
Nothing really making much noise here, so we're gonna go up the ridge and hit the next spot. Well, the first couple attempts at glassing and blowing haven't turned up much of anything yet, so we're going to move on down the ridge and hit the next spot.
I think I could probably get him. If I just aim at his head right here, it'll probably drop right in there. You rolling?
Yes, sir.
Well, since there's no elk in here and we're on our way out, we're going to try to shoot a grouse.
Oh. You fucking got feathers for sure.
That's close.
So close. Attempt number 2.
There ain't no elk here. Alright, it's opening morning. We kind of gave it our best shot I mean, the only place we've seen any elk signs, there's been like one set of tracks on this ridge. We had one bull chuckle down there yesterday. We were up here before daylight, hit every finger ridge calling, and just there's nothing talking. So we're gonna head back to camp and pack up and head into the spot where we were at last year. We had a lot of success there. There's a lot more water there, which I think might be the issue going on here. It's super dry up here this year. And just the smoke, we can't even glass across the canyons to where we've seen elk in the past. So we're gonna get out of here.
All right, we're all packed up, headed back to the vehicle, only a couple hours away.
Last time you heard from us, we were hiking out of our spot to go relocate to the spot we were in last year, and that failed miserably. Turns out there's a gigantic fire there they don't have any control over. I mean, this whole state seems to be completely covered in smoke right now, so unfortunately we can't come back in the late season because we both have Colorado mule deer tags during those dates, so looks like we're cutting our elk season short this year, unfortunately.
Yep, sucks for sure. But